Today I'm mad. Do you want to know what made me so mad? Really? It's unfair video game mechanics. Unfair video game mechanics is what makes me, kinda mad. Would have appreciated a bit more enthusiasm there. Have no idea how to transition to the main video now. I recently made a video. Here, let me help you with that one. Oh, that's not a touchscreen. Could I then just sub? No? Okay, maybe later. Anyway, in that video I praise Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town for how well it had implemented the cooking system. That game by itself just was really good back then. Those were some good times. I explain more about the game in the other videos, so make sure to check that one out. Or just think of Stardew Valley, it's really similar to that. Those were also some good times. But with all the great things I had to say about Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town, there was one mechanic that made me really mad. Give me that. You see, the game had a relationship and marriage mechanic. It's literally called Friends of Mineral Town. You had multiple singles, of course they were ready to mingle, but if you weren't married by the 4th year, you would get the bad ending. Nobody wants the bad ending. I remember I got to the 3rd year when I played the game back in 2003. So, of course, time was running out. But I already had met most of the requirements for marriage. The only thing I still had to do was upgrade my house one more time. So I went to the local carpenter to request his services. He surely won't be standing in my way right before the marriage deadline, right? Oh boy, did he stand in my way. It is possible, if the game wants to be very unfair, that Guts, that's the carpenter's name, runs into Burnout starting from around the 3rd year. Which is what he totally did in my save game. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy. So crazy.
That's crazy. So there I was, having spent weeks in this game, building my farm, giving tons of gifts to my romantic interest, since I guess that's how you pressure someone into loving you, and the game decided to block me right before the finish line. Damn, that was so frustrating. I put down the game and never played it since. I think what frustrated me the most is that the mechanic never made too much sense to me. The explanation he gives is that he feels overworked and unappreciated. And that's fine and all. Actually, it is quite interesting that a kids game back then had a manly man talk about his burnout. Very progressive. Well done. But the way that you can avoid this mechanic from triggering is by giving him gifts to increase the friendship. And if the mechanic had already triggered, you need to give him daily gifts until he feels better. But it's his job. And whenever you ask him to do something for you, he takes money and resources. Imagine your internet provider just shutting off your connection because you didn't send them gifts. I just think that they started with a great idea, an important character running into burnout, and there is even more about this character who has lost his loved ones. A manly man, with a manly man profession, and he's breaking under pressure. But the resolution just felt really sloppy. I don't know. I had to rewrite the script quite a few times. It took a while to not dump all my frustration out while typing. I guess that disappointment really left a mark back then. Who would have thought? Yeah, that's crazy, right? Imagine, no idea. Who would have? Maybe this is why I really don't like when games forcefully remove things from you, equipment or powers. I think I remember that Dishonored at one point took away my gear, for example. And what about you? Is there a game mechanic that made you immediately quit a game that you loved until then? Make sure to tell me in the comments. I hope that you have enjoyed this video about my sufferings from way back then. As always, hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye bye.